What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Shook. I'm tapping in with y'all today on how to reduce that morning anxiety. When I'm talking about that morning anxiety, I'm talking about that feeling you get when you wake up in the morning and you're super stressed out. You're like, yo, I have to do this, this, and this, and this. And you're so stressed out and such. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm like just chilling in my bed. And then you don't want to even leave your bed because you're just so stressed out. And then like hours go by and you're like, crap, I have to start, like I missed this, and this, and I have to do this, and it's just, it honestly ruins my mornings and such when I used to have morning anxiety and such. I'll still have it here and there, but I know how to cope with it better and such. And I wanted to share some tips I personally use in order to like deal with it and such, and hopefully some of you guys out there can use it as well if you're experiencing the same thing I do. But anyways, the first thing I recommend is to find out what is making you so anxious in the morning. What's causing you to stress out and such. Like a lot of the times we know what's causing us to stress out, we do it regardless, and we expect different results when we wake up, you know what I mean? Like, you need to figure out what exactly is that problem. Is work stressing you out? Is school stressing you out? Is your friends or family stressing you out? Whatever it may be. And think about also your lifestyle choices that you're making and such, because sometimes the things that are stressing us out, we don't necessarily directly think about it right away, if that makes sense. For example, if you drink a lot, you smoke a lot and such, these are obviously depressants and such, so they're gonna increase your levels of anxiety regardless. Also other things like if you're, watching too much porn and such, that increases your anxiety in general. And if you're already increasing it, then when you wake up in the morning and such, you might feel a little bit more anxious. So look at your lifestyle choices as well as other things, such as like, is it your friends, family, school, whatever it may be. Find out what the problem is and try your best to fix it and such. So like, let's say you're like a student and such, and you're always stressed out in the mornings because you're always behind in work and such, and then you're like, oh my god, I have so much work to do, I have to catch up on yesterday's work, then today's work, and you just stress yourself out for no reason whatsoever. What you need to do is realize that you're always behind in work and that you need to catch up. And once you finally catch up, you need to start, like, you have a set plan on, you're gonna complete everything, whatever work you have scheduled for that day, you'll complete all that work. So the next day, you're not gonna wake up as stressed about not having like your work completed and such, because it's already completed from the day before. Find out what the problem is and work some ways on how to fix it. That brings me to my second point, which is honestly to plan your day out. Plan your day out so that if you have a to-do list on what you're gonna do and schedule, and you have a set time schedule of when you're gonna do everything, it'll honestly make it less, like when you wake up, you'll be less anxious because you'll be like, okay, it's 9 a.m. I have to go do this. It's 11 o'clock a.m. I have to do this. When you have a set schedule, you have a set schedule on how you're going to complete all your goals for that day. And when you have that in front of you and such, it'll make your mind realize that, I don't have that many things to do. I just have to do this, this, and this. Because oftentimes the human mind will complicate a whole bunch. If you have a lot of activities you have to do every single day, the human mind will make it way more complicated than it in reality is. It'll try to, you'll start stressing yourself out before you even do it, And that brings me to my third point, which is realize that a lot of the times when like you're feeling anxious in the morning and such, it's just in your mind and such, Like I said before, your mind is a big thing that causes you to stress out way more than you need to. You're just anxious because you have so many other things to do. But if you look, what I always try to do is look from a third perspective. Like, is it really that many things I need to do? Or is it really just my mind trying to make it seem like it's gonna take longer to do certain tasks? Or that to do everything I need to do today, it is impossible to do. Our mind is tricking us so much, you don't understand. and our mind controls us. So realize sometimes when you're having that feeling of just being really stressed out, or just any feeling in general, realize it's your mind telling you that, you know, it's causing you to feel this way, and that you can change how you feel regardless and such, and realize that this stress is just because my body is trying to, like, you know, scare me or something. That's what I try to say, you know. I wake up, if I'm ever stressed, I'm just like, you know what, it's my body just trying to stress me out for no reason at all. Let me just calm down, because I'm not gonna let my body, I'm not gonna let my mind, my brain stress me out for today. And it's really hard, honestly, because when it's happening in the moment, you might not think about it, but over time and such, if you realize that this stress is just simply from your brain causing it and such, and that, you know, you can change how you feel, then honestly, that's the biggest thing that has gotten me through it. But obviously it'll take some time. And the fourth thing I recommend is to take ashwagandha. It's a herb. You can get it from Amazon and such. Honestly, this supplement really helps reduce anxiety and stress, and I feel way more calm and at ease throughout my day and such. And there's also other benefits to it, but I mainly take it from stress and anxiety. And after taking it for a while and such, I feel really good, and I generally don't have any like moments where I'm like stressing out or anything. But yeah, that's all the tips I have for today. This is my personal experience on how I deal with it. Like, you know, some of you may have more severe cases than I did and such, but these are like some of the tips I used in order to reduce it and such. So if you like the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, have your post notifications turned on. Other than that, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.